Hi everyone, I'm Jenny and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. It's a subtle but powerful cultural nuance that reveals how language reflects the way people think and relate to one another. So let's explore why so many Koreans often mistake different for wrong.
많은 분들이 헷갈리는 우리말 중에 다르다와 틀리다가 있는데요. 방송에서조차 다르다를 써야 할 때 틀리다로 잘못 쓰는 경우가 있습니다.
So let's start with two Korean words, 다르다 and 틀리다. On the surface, they seem pretty straightforward. 다르다 means different, 틀리다 means wrong or incorrect. Simple, right? But here's where it gets interesting and tricky. So imagine you're discussing a movie with a friend. You say, 우리 생각이 다르다. That translates to our thoughts are different. It's neutral, respectful. It acknowledges that each of you has your own perspective. Now, what happens if you say, 우리 생각이 틀리다? That means our thoughts are wrong. Suddenly, it carries a judgmental tone, implying that one perspective is incorrect. You're not just saying your opinions don't match, but you're also implying that someone is incorrect. So here's the thing. So many Koreans often incorrectly use 틀리다 when they really mean 다르다, especially in conversations involving opinions, lifestyle choices, or personal tastes. So is this just a grammar mistake? Not quite. This confusion reveals something deeper, a reflection of cultural values and societal norms. In Korean society, harmony and conformity are highly valued. So from childhood, individuals are taught to prioritize group unity over personal expression. So when someone voices a different opinion, it can feel like a disruption to the group's harmony. So in this context, something different can feel like something wrong, even if logically they're not the same. This is why people might unconsciously say 그건 틀려요, that's wrong, when they actually mean 그건 달라요, that's different. So it's not just a slip of the tongue, it's about how society is wired to think. This cultural mindset can also affect personal areas of life. So for example, academic pressure. Parents may feel ashamed or disappointed if their child doesn't attend a top university, not because the child is bad, but because they deviate from the norm. And also sexual identity. The LGBTQ plus community in Korea faces major social hurdles because society often expects people to follow a certain path. Those who differ may be viewed as wrong rather than simply different, making it difficult for individuals to express their true identities. Well, even though things are slowly improving, there's still a long journey ahead. Take, for example, the comedian Lee Soo-ji's parody of the 대치동 mom stereotype. She wore high-end designer clothes to satirize the obsession with status, and interestingly, after the parody, many Koreans sold similar items on second-hand platforms, stating they no longer wanted to wear them because of the parody. This illustrates how quickly trends can shift in Korean society and how closely fashion choices are tied to societal perceptions. This shows how deeply sensitive Korean society can be to public perception and difference. And it's also a reflection of how 틀리다 can overpower 다르다 in daily life. But beyond that, it's crucial to remember that this isn't just about vocabulary. It's about changing how we think, how we relate to others, how we perceive difference, and how we define what's acceptable. Many Koreans who confuse these two words aren't being rude or dismissive. Often, they're just reflecting cultural patterns that have been in place for generations. The encouraging part, things are starting to shift slowly. We're seeing more public figures challenge stereotypes, and more young people are openly expressing their individuality, whether it's through fashion, career choices, or identity. Also, social media has become a powerful tool for raising awareness and sparking conversations that were once considered taboo. The LGBTQ plus community, for example, is slowly gaining more visibility. Pride events, although still facing legal and social barriers in Korea, are becoming harder to ignore. Voices that were once silenced are now being amplified by a new generation that values authenticity over conformity. But let's be real, it's still early. These changes are happening, but they're happening in baby steps. Progress isn't always linear, especially in cultures with deep-rooted traditions and expectations like Korea. So while we celebrate the small victories, we must also recognize that the road ahead is long. And that's okay. Real change takes time. If we continue to have these conversations, if we keep choosing to say different instead of wrong, then step by step, we'll help build a more understanding, inclusive society. So, what should we do, especially as foreigners or language learners? Well, first, it's important to use the correct words. Use 다르다 when you mean different. Use 틀리다 only when something is factually wrong. At the same time, be gentle with those who confuse the two. It's not always about language proficiency, it's often about deep-rooted cultural thinking. The good news is things are changing. Slowly, but more LGBTQ plus celebrities are gaining mainstream popularity. And the younger generation is more open to different lifestyles, opinions, and identities. But let's be honest, there's still a long way to go. And part of that journey starts with something as simple and powerful as choosing the right word. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, and remember, different is not wrong. It's just different.